Here we are discussing about data ethics in data science. What is data ethics? Data ethics is a new branch of ethics that studies and evaluates moral problems related to data, including generation, recording, curation, processing, dissemination, sharing, and use. Algorithms, including artificial intelligence, artificial agents, machine learning, and robots, and corresponding practices, including responsible innovation, programming, hacking, and professional codes, in order to formulate and support morally good solutions, for example, right conducts or right values. Why is data ethics important? Data ethics is important because there must be a universal framework for what companies can and cannot do with the data they collect from people. While there is still a lot of gray in this territory and there is nothing clearly black and white, there are five things that all experts generally agree should be put into place. Private customer data and the identity of the person associated with that data needs to remain private and confidential. If data has been collected from a person with their knowledge, that is okay. But it should never be exposed or given to other business that has their personal identity attached to the data in some way. Basic principles of data ethics in research. The first principle is minimizing the risk of harm. Dissertation research should not harm participants. Where there is the possibility that participants could be harmed or put in position of discomfort, there must be strong justifications for this. Such scenarios will also require additional planning to illustrate how participant harm will be reduced. The second principle is obtaining informed consent. One of the foundations of research ethics is the idea of informed consent. Simply put, informed consent means that participants should understand that they are taking part in research and what the research requires of them. Such information may include the purpose of the research, the methods being used, the possible outcomes of the research, as well as associated demands and discomforts. The third principle is protecting anonymity and confidentiality. Protecting the anonymity and confidentiality of research participants is another practical component of research ethics. After all, participants will typically only be willing to volunteer information, especially information of a private or sensitive nature, if the researcher agrees to hold such information in confidence. The fourth principle is avoiding deceptive practices. At first sight, deceptive practices fly in the face of informed consent. After all, how can participants know that they are taking part in research and what the research requires of them if they are being deceived? This is part of what makes the use of deceptive practices controversial. For this reason, in most circumstances, research should avoid any kinds of deceptive practices. The fifth principle is providing the right to withdraw. With the exception of those instances of covert observation where it is not feasible to let everyone that is being observed know what you are doing, research participants should always have the right to withdraw from the research processes. Why does it mean to embed ethics in data science? Here are some points. Visualization, computational infrastructures, analysis, information security, research data management and other carpentry, software carpentry, open and responsible science citizenship. While the ethical use of data is an everyday effort, knowing that your data subject safety and rights are intact is worth the work. When handled ethically, data can enable you to make decisions and drive meaningful change at your organization and in the world. I'm concluding this section. Thank you.